Alright guys, you know that I love hiking and exploring different places, and today I've ended up one of the coolest spots I've been to in a while. Get the angle just right. Look at this mine. You know what, we're going to flip the camera around. I really need to invest in a GoPro or something. But look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Alright, down we go. Here's the view from the bottom. A couple of the rungs on this ladder are broke, which isn't inspiring. Looks like we got a tunnel that goes off that way. And maybe something that goes off in there. Oh, wow. When miners were coming to the American West, they were looking for two things: alteration and faults. And that's where they wanted to dig their mines, because faulting is a great place to get hydrothermal deposition. And this is where you find fluorite, galena, heck, even gold, silver, things like that. And so when you find alteration, you know that some kind of hydrothermal activity has gone on. When you find faulting, you know there's a high possibility for hydrothermal alteration. And so, ooh, look at that. Right here, we've got some faulting going on right there. And I can see lots of secondary mineralization, so I absolutely know why they decided to come and dig here. Oh yeah, that does go back further. Oh my goodness. Wow. Looks like some petroglyphs. These may not be original. Oh wow, look at that. See that sparkliness? It's that secondary mineralization. It's like we got a vein of some kind running right there. Ooh, look at that. Very pretty. Not sure what they were trying to mine here, but very, very cool. Oh look, there's a little sifter. Looks like a piece of an old ladder. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, so there's the main place where we came in. And here's that little tunnel. We got it continues that way for a while. I'm not going to be crawling through that. I think it comes out on the other side. I saw another entrance to the mine. Oh, look, there's a bat. Yeah, probably a bunch of bats down in there. But yeah, I can feel airflow coming through there, which is nice and cool. Cool as in, like, temperature, not cool as in, oh, that's awesome, but it is that too. Very, very nice. Absolutely gorgeous. Isn't this exactly the kind of ladder you'd want to trust to get you in and out of a mine? I mean, we've got 1, 2, 4 broken rungs. All right, time for the ascent. All right, so there's the entrance I went down. We come over here. There's a skylight we were able to cut through. And that tunnel that I didn't crawl through goes over here. Standing on it right now. And it must somehow connect to this here. Which I wish I could see the bottom of this thing, but I can't without toppling into it, so we are not going to be doing that. Man, it's gorgeous out here though. Then again, that tunnel and that may not connect. I did get down on all fours and look through the tunnel, and it kind of looked like it kind of ended, but there was something off in the corner I couldn't see, so I just assumed it curved around something and went that way. But now that I'm up here, that might be where that airflow was coming from. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but imagine there's also a couple other holes here where it could be going through. I don't know. I don't know. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to climb down in there. I think it'd be a tough climb. You can't tell on camera, but I can actually see the bottom. Oh man, it's gorgeous out here. What kind of knives? What kind of knives do I carry when I'm exploring mines? Well, today I got the Dimco Free Rein. Pretty sick knife. I've also got the Civivi Vision FG. Also a sick knife. And I've got the Real Steel Solus Light. Very, very cool knife. Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. I hope you're having a great day. I sure am. Hopefully we got a pretty fun video for you guys. Recognize the filming location? Get out of my face, fly. I filmed a couple videos here earlier, or a couple months back, you know, here on the banks of the Rio Grande. But now, getting into October. In fact, it's October 27th. I'm filming this the day before I upload the video you're watching right now, which does not happen very often. But, just got off work, came over here. Yeah, look. River's a little bit lower than it was last time, right? Look, you can see the bottom now. Can you see all those beautiful, beautiful ripples in the mud? Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love ripples. They can be preserved in sedimentary rocks, and they're fantastic. They give you an indicator of stratigraphic up. If you're coming across a layer, you see ripples, you know, oh, this is the top of the rock. They also give you a paleo flow direction. You can look at the way the ripples are kind of, they crest over and kind of fall down one side, and that tells you which way water was flowing. And actually, just over there and a little bit all over the place down here, there's a formation called the Abo Formation. That's a Permian formation, a late Permian formation, so think like 252 million years ago. That is well known for world-class ripple marks. They're absolutely beautiful. This past summer, I helped my siblings and my dad build my mom a walkway at the house, and we used rocks and stuff, and obviously the geologists in the family, I got pretty excited about that project, and I knew there was a bunch of rocks I wanted to get my mom, and some Abo Formation ripples were on that list, and so I went and I got some for her. Drove them all the way up north, but yeah, just beautiful, beautiful. And actually, this is a little bit off topic, but this is ripples. They're not from the Aba, but this is from a different formation I went to with some folks earlier this month actually, and we found some symmetrical ripples. So those are ripples that are, you know, so I was talking about how ripples, like, they kind of crest over and they fall down one side. These are ripples that are even on both sides, and that means that you had bidirectional flow. So stuff was going this way and this way, like a tide. So that's very, very cool. It's a great piece of rock. Very, very, just beautiful ripples. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about today. Here in October, we reviewed all fixed blades. We didn't review a single folding knife. Well, actually, we did review a tool that folds, but we didn't review any pocket knives. And I thought that was kind of cool. You know, I've been trying to review a lot more fixed blades and stuff on the channel. And today, I just want to do a little bit of a roundup of everything we took a look at. I know it's a little bit, lighting's a little bit dark right now. Let's see, can I lighten that up? Maybe that'll do it. We'll see. But, yes, we got 4 fixed blades to go over. We're going to talk about each one briefly, what I like about it, kind of if my thoughts have changed since the review or anything. But, yeah, October has been a very interesting month, and at the end of this video we'll give a little bit of a channel update and stuff. I realized I had a booger on my nose from swiping at flies. I have to review the footage and see if it's hanging there. If it is, I'm not going to refilm all that. You know, you guys will just have to deal with snotty Gideon. But Let's go ahead and take a look at the first fixed blade that we took a look at this month. The CRKT Razel fixed blade. This was a knife that I was very, very excited to take a look at. John Graham is someone I've been aware of for a long time. I think I've told stories about this before, but when I was a teenager, or even a little bit younger, I think I was like 11, 12, a friend of the family gave me a box full of magazines, and these were like Knives Illustrated and Blade magazine. And I remember there was an ad in those magazines for Graham knives, and it showed a door with one of his knives like punched through it, and at the other, if the door is right here, at the point where the point of the knife is sticking through, it had a label saying, "Here is the point." And that just always stuck out to me. Like, my entire life, that stuck out to me. And so, it's kind of cool to look at it now, and I'm pretty sure it was John Graham. I'm pretty sure it was a Graham ad. But, yeah, so this was my first time with his Razel blade shape, and I gotta say, I was very impressed. I was expecting this to be kind of a novelty piece. I've gotten a lot of good use out of this knife, and honestly, it goes everywhere with me. I keep this in my backpack. Not my backpack that keeps getting stolen, thank goodness. But I keep it in my bag that I take with me everywhere, right? And the bag I've got my computer in and stuff. And yeah, it's just a really cool little tool. Pretty comfortable in hand. I love that CRKT is using D2 and micarta with these G10 inserts. It's a very classy looking knife. Actually, it kind of matches my shirt. I promise I didn't plan that. But yeah, just a very, very cool, easy fixed blade. $60 or a little bit less for these. I think that's a fine price. I really don't have any complaints with that. It's, yeah, I definitely pay that for this knife again. Hollow grind with a flat grind. Huh, I hear a dog or something yelping over there. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's gosh, I'm an idiot. It's cranes going south for the winter. Let's see. Probably not going to be able to see any of that, but some cranes, some sandhill cranes going south. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely love this little knife. It's a very cool EDC fixed blade. The sheath. I've heard a couple of people complain about the sheath. I honestly didn't think it was that bad. Besides the clip not being reversible, that is a cardinal sin. But other than that, I kind of liked it. It kind of feels like a wallet. It's kind of thin and wide. Again, I mostly carry it in a backpack now, so I haven't been like carrying it on my person long term. But when I was, I carried this for a good 3 weeks straight before the review, and it didn't bother me all that much. So, very, very cool knife. Alrighty, one thing I want to do with these knives is a bottle slice, because why not, right? I didn't do enough bottle slices in the reviews for these things, so yeah, I think it's got enough of an edge for this. Let's see what we're working with. Nice. Alrighty, so the next item we reviewed, the kind of folding tool, was the Camillus Camtrax. That's the name. I had a little bit of a brain fart there. So, here it is. We got some water on it from that little bottle slice with a Razel. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I told in the review how this was something I just had in my truck for a while, and then during field camp I brought it out. It's like, hey, maybe we can use this to process wood and stuff. And it's just not that great. It's really not that great. The saw is pretty terrible. The saw itself, I would say, is kind of an average saw.
But the fact that you have an axe on the back weighing you down, trying to use it was just not fun. Not fun. The axe head itself, it also rattles because the saw's in there and kind of buzzes. Reminds me of a toy one of my younger siblings had when they were a baby. The axe head itself, it's not terrible. It's more of a tactical, like, tomahawk head than a true, like, wood axe. But I do like that they give you this area under the beard where you can choke up for some finer duty tasks. The steel itself held up pretty well. But I hated that we had these little arms of the haft coming out above the blade, because whatever you chopped would just get stuck in there. And yeah, it just did not work great at all. Very, very frustrating. The ergonomics of the tool aren't really all that great. The balance is off. The best thing about this tool, in my opinion, is the sheath. Very solid retention, good belt clip with a bottle opener, interestingly enough. And even though this is pretty solid, it was falling out a little bit there, they give you an extra strap, which is good. You know, you're definitely going to want that. But yeah, definitely the sheath was my favorite part of this thing. These are about 40 bucks. I actually saw these on Amazon the other day, or was it Walmart's website? I can't remember, for like $60. No. I'd say in general, just stay away from this. You don't want any part of it. I'm gonna get wet today. There we go. Yep. Gonna get wet. But hey, that's why you come down to the river, right? Why come to the river if you're not planning on getting wet? Next up, we reviewed... Actually, we're gonna save this one for last. So next up, the Demco Free Rein. This is a knife. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because I released a feature-length film of a review for this guy, which came out yesterday. I split it into 2 parts for your viewing pleasure, so definitely check it out. So, as a lot of you know, my truck got broke into again, and one of my backpacks was stolen. And when it was stolen, I thought that I'd had this knife in there. And so I was pretty upset that, you know, this was gone and everything. Turns out I had my original Cold Steel SRK in there, which I do miss. That was a really, really fun knife. I got to get these water droplets off my glasses. They're driving me nuts. That was a really cool knife. Had a lot of memories, you know, very sentimental. But, you know, I do have another SRK, my green one. So, yeah. But it got me thinking, if this knife was stolen, would I have replaced it? And that's very hard to answer because I love this knife. I want to say that right away. This knife is awesome. Very comfortable. I love the way it looks. Great performing blade. This is a very, very cool knife. And honestly, this is probably my favorite fixed blade in my collection. However, it's 130 bucks or 150 bucks. I kept saying 130 bucks in the review. That's what I bought it for because I got it on sale. But 150 bucks for these. And in my opinion, everything you can do with this knife, you can do with the Cold Steel SRK. And it's 3 times less expensive. So, would I have replaced this knife? Again, I like the knife. I might have, you know, I probably would have gone with a Magna Cut version if I was going to buy another one. But I probably wouldn't have replaced it, honestly. I probably would have just, you know, said, well, it's gone. I'm not dropping 150 bucks on another one. I've got my SRK, and that does everything I need it to do. So, again, that's not me saying I don't like this knife, because I do. I love this knife. I do still recommend it. But when it comes down to it, I do think there are better things you can get for the price. Also, the sheath is still very tight. I think it's getting better, but I don't know. I went on a hunting trip earlier this month, and I took this knife along, and at one point I had it on the little camp table we had, and I was off getting something out of my truck, and someone tried to use the knife for something. I came back, and everyone's kind of looking at me, and I'm like, what do you need? And the guy I was trying to get it, he sheepishly looks up. He's like, well, I can't get into your... I don't know how to take the knife out of the sheath. What's the trick? I was like, okay, give it here. So I took it, I grabbed it, I went. He's like, oh, I was pulling and pulling. He said, I undid the little button, and I was pulling and pulling, but it wouldn't come out. I thought there was like a secret switch or something. I was like, no, it's just got incredible retention. So, yeah, definitely a little bit too much. But I do think it is breaking in. It's getting a little bit better. It's getting a little bit better, I do have to admit. So I am pleased with that. But yeah, I do love this knife. I'm really glad it wasn't stolen. I'm glad to have this in my collection. I'm a huge Demko fan. And this knife is, I mean, it's so comfortable. The blade is so good. This is probably my favorite fixed blade right now. But again, if it was stolen, I probably want to replace it just because it is a little bit expensive for what it is. All right, we're going to cut this one clean in half. Oh, dang it. My edge alignment has been terrible today. Oh, goodness. Here, let's try another one. Let's try another one. Slice the heck out of my truck. That's that's where I sliced my truck with the Demko. Whoops. I'm a stubborn son of a gun, okay? I want to cut this one clean in half. Okay, it's just not meant to be. Oh. I don't know what's wrong with my aim today, but something is severely wrong. We're not being very bottle slicery, are we? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the last knife. Whoa. Bottle slashing skills. 0 out of 10. So our last one is the Cold Steel Magnum Kukri Machete. And it's a cold steel machete, right? These are kind of what they are. They're big, robust, cheap. You can take them and just, you know, beat them up without too much to worry about. However, the video I did on this, as you guys probably know, was a Friday the 13th spoof. So even though I did do a little bit of an overview of the knife, of the tool, I didn't really give it a full-on review, and maybe some of you would have liked to see a little more chopping. So that's what we're going to do right now. Someone's been here chopping stuff. I promise it wasn't me. But we're going to take advantage of this big log here, and we're just going to go ahead and finish the job and let you guys see what this machete is capable of. As if you don't already know. Go ahead, camera just a little bit closer, and of course we're doing it with no gloves because that's how we rock on this channel. some penetration right there, folks. There we go. So yeah, it chops. As you might expect, kukri blade, you've got a lot of weight going out here, so it does swing with a lot of power, a lot of impact force. I also took this on that hunting trip and I used it to process some wood. Even barehanded, the handle was pretty comfortable. Very grippy, great shock absorption, and helped me with the edge alignment a little bit. So let's go ahead and chop some water bottles. If I don't cut this one completely in half with this machete, I should be ashamed of myself. I did it in the review for this, but I have been striking out today, so we'll see. Thank goodness. Save some face at least. Oh, and you thought that was all? You thought we were just gonna chop a water bottle and a piece of wood with the machete? Think again, folks. It's Halloween. It's time to get into the spirit of the season. Please don't fall over. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Man, that felt good. Woo. Probably would have been a little bit cooler if I didn't back up into a thorny bush that got me all caught. You know, I was going to carve this into a jack-o'-lantern for this video, but I'm glad I didn't. It was much cooler seeing the entire pumpkin get sliced. Oh, that smells so good. I think I might keep this and try and make some pumpkin pie or something. When I was a kid, I loved carving jack-o'-lanterns. I haven't done that in so long. So long. I was gonna do it this year, but I just didn't get enough time. Man, that smells good. And then my mom would always take the seeds after we'd done our pumpkin carvings, and she'd make roasted pumpkin seeds, and they're so good. All right, let's go ahead and finish up this video. Oh, hello, Mr. Water Bottle. You want a rematch? Yeah, it's redemption time, baby. Straight in half. Here we go. I gotta get the full picture here. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. This is my redemption. Yes! Oh, and the bottom fell perfectly to keep water in it. Nothing like the blood of your enemies to refresh you. All right, hold up. Quick interruption. Look at how beautiful the moon is tonight. Isn't that gorgeous? The organs are looking beautiful. Doniana's looking good too. That's all we can see from here, but man, just stunning out here. Stunning. All right, and there you guys have it. There's a quick recap of all of the fixed blades that we reviewed this month. Also, sheath on the Magnum Kukri is fine. It's actually a little bit better than most machete sheaths in this price range, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, I've been really trying to review a lot more fixed blades because especially, it's kind of weird that I haven't reviewed as many fixed blades as you might expect because I do a lot of outdoor stuff, but it's definitely something I am attempting to remedy. I love fixed blades, and outside of just outdoor hunting / work fixed blades, I've been getting into EDC fixed blades a lot. In fact, one that I've been carrying a lot is this Syncut Waxahachie. Review for this will probably be coming in like December. But I'm really enjoying this knife here. It's a very cool knife. At first I thought, okay, it might be a little bit big for EDC, but I've been EDCing it everywhere and I've been absolutely loving it. 9CR steel, I've been completely fine with that. Micarta handles. This thing is so comfortable. Kind of a buoy blade. You guys know how I feel about buoys. The tip is low though, so great for EDC tasks. Just been really loving that knife. Oh, my damn ear. It's been a good one. But yeah, there you go. There you have it. Let's go ahead and do some channel updates and stuff. So October has been a crazy month, in good ways and in bad ways. I actually started this month in the field. Last week of September to the first week of October, I was doing field work on some Cretaceous Delta deposits, looking at some plant fossils and stuff. Really amazing site out there. Found a lot of really cool stuff, including an arrowhead that we're thinking is an early Archaic series arrowhead, so like 8,000 years old, which is pretty cool. So really excited about that. The weekend after that, I guided my friend on his first ever hunt. It was an antelope hunt. That was a lot of fun. Didn't get anything, but he got to take a couple of shots, so it was good. And then just been busy, been running a lot, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to do videos. When I made the video for this knife here, that took up most of my video making time because it was a little bit more work, even though it was a pretty low quality video, but I like that kind of stuff. And then of course editing this knife. I finished up the review early October, and it took me a long time to get the whole review edited and everything like that, but finally figured that out. So yeah, been a little bit behind on video stuff, but hoping to catch up here in a little bit. Been super busy, just with my own personal research, helping out with other things for friends and stuff, and of course doing my classes. And then of course there's a whole issue about my car being broke into again, which was pretty upsetting. Again, I lost that SRK. I had my Work Sharp field sharpener in there, and it's gone. I missed that. I have a backup one, but I think it is in my parents' garage up north. But yeah, so that was definitely not a high point this month. But going forward, we got some exciting stuff coming along. So I'm almost at 2K. Right? I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, and so we're probably going to be doing a giveaway then. If that's something you're interested in and you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and fix that. I know if you've watched this far into the video, congratulations. If you haven't. But yeah, when we do hit 2K, I will be doing a giveaway. I've got a couple of things I've been thinking about for giveaway knives. Something else that's been very exciting this month. One of the high points of this month was TRM sent me this Neutron. the Neutron 2, the Neutron. I've been loving this knife. I've been loving it a lot. I've been carrying, this has been my EDC knife since I got it. And very, very cool knife. Pretty much the perfect EDC knife for me, honestly. Now, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to be giving this away. It probably won't be for the 2K giveaway, just because I'm not done testing this, and I will probably hit 2K before I finish my testing. That's my evil excuse to keep holding onto this knife a little bit longer. But yeah, if I do decide to give this knife away, we'll be doing we'll do a big event for it. It'll be something else. And I've had a lot of video suggestions from you guys on videos you want to see with this knife, so we will absolutely be doing those too. And some great ideas, like I can't remember who it was that commented asking for a comparison between this and the Feldspar. This is a fantastic video idea, and I will be making that happen. Yeah, so November, December, well, November's probably going to be a little bit of a crazy month. I'm going to be trying to do some field work probably every weekend in November. I do have some videos filmed and stuff scheduled out through November, so you guys will be taken care of. But yeah, probably won't get to create any new content until December. And I've got a couple of ideas for December. I think you guys will enjoy some of the stuff we come up with. But I'm going to keep it a secret for now. You guys have to stay tuned until then. So, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a little bit of a long video. I'm kind of a little bit all over the place, but I love making videos like this where, you know, we just kind of, I share as much as I possibly can with you guys. So, that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, comment below, and subscribe. I've been Gideon. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.